And there's one dangerous thing about a lot of the charismatic. A lot of you are walking around. Do you know a lot of you are here, you are pretending? Some of you are dealing with things in your bedroom, but you don't want to say it for deliverance. That's right. The EV are not born again, but they won't come to altar call. They will stay there and pray the sinner's prayer. Because they don't want anybody to see that they're born again. I love what I heard in Nigeria. I think Papa the boy was saying, he went to a church to preach. Why? Nobody said, why I fear? How do I know? Because my family, that was what was there. Ensefo, Apio, Jane, Castle Bridge, Campari. My uncles, when they come, they bring them. Campari is red color. You use it to mix the gin. Yes. Don't pretend you don't know what I'm talking about. What are you talking about? How many of you have drank apetici before? Lift up your hand before. Can you see the people who have made the pure sellers rich in this? Do not apetici, you're saying a thought. Okay, those of you are drinking, how many thoughts can you drink? The hands are down. Now, do you know why the hands are down? We are not preaching to real people. Let me tell you the reason why we can't bring people to church. Because we go to them pretending we are angels. If you used to be alcoholic, God will use you to win alcoholic people. If you used to be a womanizer or manizer, if you used to be a slave queen, if you used to be a side chick or side cock, if a man has a wife and he has a girlfriend, the girl is called what? If a woman has a husband, he has another young boy, the boy is called what? Side cock. Anybody who is not cracked, it's possible they have one. How do we know? Now hear me. Or you are not listening to what I'm talking about. This is the reason why you must fast. If you don't fast, you will be led to temptation. You have to be strong in the Lord. Your problem is spirituality. Your problem, the major problem you are facing is, if you are not spiritual, you will live in sin. It's spirituality. The fact that you come to church does not mean you are spiritual. Some of you don't have the statement like, and God told me, and I sense, and I perceive. Can't be done. The fact that you even dream and forget means that you are spiritually dead. To be spiritually minded is life. So even your mind must tune spiritually. Anyone who is spiritual judges all things spiritual. And fasting helps you to be spiritual. No matter how canal you are, you grow in spirituality. No. You can come to church whilst I'm preaching. You are watching foolish things on your phone. Yes, yeah. The greatest problem of this generation is their phones. Discipline. I was reading an article yesterday. They say it's the reason why there's no intimacy in marriages. It's not there. Terminal phones, couples were chatting. There was a communication when you wake up. Today you are married, but your real husband is your phone. Because here this, you can spend 2 hours with your phone, but you don't want to spend 10 minutes with your partner. Most couples don't sleep together. Almost at the same time. True or false? True or correct? I am correcting something as a father. Now, how do I know all these things? When they have marital problem, they come, they tell me. One man say, Papa, every day for the past 7 years, we have never gone to bed the same. I always go to bed before he comes. Do you know the girl who cut his naked picture and sent it to his former boyfriend? She is always on the phone when the husband is asleep. The man told me, the guy told me, the guy told me, he said, Papa, she's always on the phone. So can you come and let's sleep? I said, and the devil said, take a picture. He took it. There are some of you, because of lack of spirituality, you can be a choir and wear white, but your naked picture is another brother Jacusko. It's there. She watched it and started speaking demonic tongues. Yeah. Think about it. So today, come and fast so that the Holy Ghost will go and delete it. Jonama, aso chagota. Na honkuko enjibia bonisana phone na tonsu. Obefa na data ni nyina aneko. Na me ayo wado. Spirituality. I was talking to somebody, say, Papa, the office has become dangerous. I said, why? He said, hey, they will sleep with you right now. Now he says it's becoming a norm that you want to be promoted to the next level, you have to commit a sin. Some people will not sign something until they take advantage of you. Whether you are married or not, they don't care. And there are people in church who have compromised. The danger about compromising is that you may walk in, dancing around as zonto, but deep down there's guilt. And sometimes you have to find somebody, confess you to a trusted person, pray with you and will get out. Because you can deal with guilt till Jesus comes. The Bible says, confess your faults to one another. Pray for one another, then you'll be healed. We have to teach you the principle. No, you may walk around thinking that I'm a secretive person. You are dying in secrecy. It can be secret with men, but not with God. And not with demons. Because when we were doing, they were watching. Now, all the thou shalt not. I used to think, God, why are you so hard? Thou shalt not commit adultery. But man should also. And the Lord responded and said, boy, all the thou shalt not for your benefit. What benefit do I get? Because not every woman you sleep with. It's not every man you sleep with. Sex is not the act of a failure. Don't make it look like you're having a nice time. It's a covenant. Sex is the only thing that combines people's soul together. When you are having sex and you are not married, it goes beyond natural act. That is why when you become pregnant, you go and kill the baby. The reason you commit abortion is that the sex was unwanted. No, let me get it right. The sex was wanted, but the pregnancy is unwanted. Then what led to what? The greatest problem you are facing in your generation is lust. So if you are not a fasting candidate, you will fall into it. No, there's pressure. Give me the United Nations statistics and let me show you something. Let me show you something about it. Let me show you the pressure. Well, have you seen this prophecy? 7 women will come to one man and say, put your name upon us. It has hit there. United Nations, World Health Organization. Now, world population is 7.8 billion. UN first quarter demography report 2019, just before COVID. Some have died by COVID, but let's check. And so I'll give you. There are 7.8 billion people on planet Earth. Other planets we don't know. Women are 5.6 billion. It might not be accurate. Men are 2.2 billion. So if you don't fast and pray, listen, you will marry the wrong man. You want to fast for God to prepare your future husband. Because this is the competition. It means that even if every man marry 222, we'll still not meet the requirement. How is it? And I check it with our normal Ghana. I call some medical, the woman who is a Ghana medical health, whatever, boss. He's my friend. I mean, not my friend. I used to pray English in their church. And I called and said, Dr. Brown, this he told me. And he said, even in the hospital, when they give birth to 100 children, you check that the women are about 70. I cannot tell. Now, I got to watch it. Women are 5.6 billion, men are 2.2 billion. So they advise. This one is not a preacher. This one is United Nations who are trying to advise. They advise women to be careful in showing attitude to any man. Because out of the 2.2 billion men, 1 billion are married already. So in the 1 billion, I am among them. Pastor Martin is among them. Pastor Albert is among them. You can't eye me. Am I preaching or I'm not preaching? Somebody eyed me 24 years ago and he captured me. I'm there. Now watch this. 2.2 billion, 1 billion, 1 billion men are married. Out of the 1 billion, we have how many left? 1.2 billion left. The 1.2 billion, 130 are in prison. 130,000 people all over the world, they are in prison. They are locked up. 70,000 are mentally ill. So you cannot, you want to marry a madman, he will kill you. In fact, these 70,000 people, they are not even permitted to vote. When you are blind, you can vote, but when you are mentally retarded, you cannot vote. Because you vote for the wrong man. 70,000 are mentally ill. This one is not, you can walk in faith, but this is reality. This one, after you step by faith, this is there, it's facing all of us. That means that we have just 1 billion men available for marriage out of the what? Out of the 1 billion, 50% are jobless. It means that some of you women here, you must be ready to marry men who are not working. Hey, why are you people sitting down? Hey, is that Kwanesa sitting down there? And all those who are sitting there are not married too. I'm surprised. Hear this. So some of you, you have to humble yourself. The guy is working in church, or a nice boy, but only a Juma. A Nigerian comedian said, when you are young, you have option. Lord, I want to marry a man who has 2 houses in Dubai, 3 houses in London, 1 in America. That is when you are 20. By the time you get to 30, you can't be say, Lord, 10 years ago I was a fool. I don't want any house anywhere. I don't want anything anywhere. I mean, me, who is me, common man, to ask you for options? Lord, I am already working. Just I have wedding cake, I have wedding gown. All I need is a man. That is when you get to 40, the options are limited. That when the prayer is straight to the point. Lord, man, at the end, Papa, I don't mind. That is where you come to. This is what is happening. Now watch this. 50% are jobless. Everybody say jobless. 3% are gay. So the way they are making noise, they are only 3%. The noise is too much. 3%. So this man, you can't marry them. 5% are Catholic priests. I don't know where you are. Dang. It's okay, my poor man, I'm preaching. 5%. The Lord bless Anglican priests. 5% are Catholic priests. 10% are your relatives. That means that anybody name you say, "You want to be married?" For instance, where I come from, I went to mommy's house to marry. None of my family members, by the tradition of our home, nobody can go there and marry. Period. It's strong. The baker just, hey, if you want to come and come. Because you chrome, one day, when fellowship, when I was in school, then I brought some girl. I saw her. She lives around there. I didn't even know. He never come to. So we went there, some festival. Then somebody from so I said, oh, I know her at school. My mother said, oh, free. I said, oh, me free. I said, wait. Oh, nana. Question power. Ne swa eba ene ne papa. Abraham said, "Mami kofi." That's what it is. Do you know what I'm talking about? He said, "How many are your relatives?" 10%. 35% are above 66 years. They are not married, but they are 66. When you sugar daddy, is sugary daddy. They are two different. Now let's hear the advice of the United Nations. So ladies, both the marriage and single, you have to rethink before treating a man like trash. That means that from the and Isaiah prophesied. Also, is it Isaiah chapter? He said that chapter 4, verse 7 and Isaiah chapter 4. He said that 7 women will come to one man. At that time, thousands of years, Isaiah spoke it. 4:1. Isaiah chapter 4 verse 1 there. In that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man. It's saying we will eat our own bread and wear our own clothes, apparel. Only let us be called by your name. For within 2 minutes, so say me from Nanasei Opoku-Sarkodie. To make away our reproach. So there are girls who are wearing ring, but they are not married. But so I thought Kawana said, because Ocean and the classmate Vicky, no mom, she said, Ocean made and also said be by force into our wedding home. She wants to do her own engagement. Don't deceive yourself. Now, what I'm saying, it is not applicable to you who are in the kingdom. But even in the kingdom, if you don't fight, because I saw you there, all you need is listen. Now, with all these statistics, remember now, Bano, and young warfare no more pay. Subai. Yeah, in here, pa. Subai no. Yeah. So I won't feel. No problem. Especially see when no problem. A sunny blue and white, no problem. And warfare part the only problem. But two guys were talking in church. One of the guys was a computer science something. Was he a lawyer or something in a bank? And he said, Cali body, you have to marry you. When the boys speak, when they gather, they speak pidgin. So you, what did they wait cry? When you get somebody by your side, say, Charlie, I spot some girl. I spot them at the one night. But I don't know. He said, which one now? Then he said, that guess. Oh, okay. He's good. I mean, I don't know him, but make it try. So the guys are talking. He's going to try. She was walking. She was driving somewhere. The guy has bought water from the container. The guy has bought water. The guy has bought water. Is coming. And the guy accidentally hit him. And the water fell down. Excuse me. Are you mad? Can't you see? Are you blind? Future husband. Bible of friend. Now, Charlie, you trust? Hey, that lion. You say, Charlie, I hit down the place where they say the water. The tea. Hey, Charlie, if not be church, grab me like I go slap her. I mean, be church, no prophet. Now he hears I slap somebody, go even sack me from the church. So the guy will tell me then you shot somebody. Character, calmness. Somebody tell you, say he love you. Even if you don't love the guy, you don't insult him. No, you don't. You have no right to insult anybody. No, you have to. Are you not lucky that you are even attractive? Now let me tell you something. I don't care what you think. When I saw my wife, I was nothing. Today you can look at me and think that this guy is red. I was nothing. Hey, one day I went to retire to his senior sister. South, they were doing party. They were Lashibi. There was one bush and me. Satania was some toma braces be a and material and tomani I can bring.